Hey guys, we're here at NAMM 2025. We're at the Vola Guitar booth. I got Greg with me. He's going to walk us through some of the newer models and what they have for 2025.
Absolutely. Yeah, happy to chat. Let's walk you through it. So we have a nice little collection of kind of staple models and signature models that we brought with us. Some of the highlights include our J3 series, which we just released January 2nd. We are super stoked about these. They are the signature models of Quentin and Pierre of the band Carinja. Pierre also plays for Novelist, and Quentin also plays for the band 1056. Very, very versatile guitarists and super excellent instruments to match that quality of playing. So let's get into some of those specs here. We have an alder body with a sandwich style body. So it's a alder, layer of walnut, and another layer of alder here. We have a 27-inch scale length roasted maple neck with lumen lay dots. 3/4 layout on the headstock there with a Floyd bar. Kind of helps the break angle of those strings and really helps keep intonation and tuning stability with the Goto 510 trim down here. Stainless steel frets, and if I didn't mention it before, Goto locking tuners, which are fantastic. We also have a nice heel joint that's well rounded, gives you access to those upper frets there.
Got a little carve out here too.
Yeah, nice and comfy.
24 frets too?
Yes, indeed.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, and both lumen lay dots on the side, and then lumen lay Carinja logo on the 12th fret there. That is Quentin's model. Next we have Pierre's model. So this is the T-style representation here. And very similar layout in terms of specs. So still roasted maple neck with 24 stainless steel frets with the lumen lay dots and Carinja inlay. Same headstock layout with the 3/4 and the Goto locking tuners, as well as that Floyd bar. Except this one, the body is ash, walnut and ash instead of that alder.
Yeah, you can see the stripe,
which is
right
nice.
there.
Yeah, there's some really lovely wood grain that peeks through.
Yeah.
Same kind of heel layout, that
too,
nice little carve in, and gives you a nice reach for those upper frets.
Wow.
The pickups
neck feels great on this.
Oh,
too.
it's beautiful.
Fast.
Should also mention it is our modern C neck profile there. So compounding from about 20 millimeters up to 21 from the nut all the way up to the heel there. Yeah, so those are the J3 series. Just released them just a few weeks ago. And a few weeks prior to that, we added 3 new colors of our JZ FRO, which was a model and body shape that we just released last year. So yeah, lots of new things to celebrate.
This one right here, we just did a dedicated review of. You guys could check out. I'll put a link up there. But I wanted to check out the shell pink version.
Yes,
here.
absolutely. So this one, again, shell pink, brand new color with the tortoiseshell pickguard. 22 frets on this on a flamed roasted maple neck. Again, it has those lumen lay dots both on the side markers and the fret fingerboard as well. This one has Goto locking tuners, and it features our V4 heel, which is cut in even tighter than our previous. And yeah, just really nice, solid, stable, but you know, it makes playing a lot easier. The pickups are VFP 90 pickups. And they feature a 3-way switch which tie between the P90s, but the volume knob is also a push-pull pot, and that ties in the VS1 single coil in the center there. So nice little selection of different options there, and the P90s kind of give you that middle ground between a single coil and a humbucker. Nice amount of drive, but if you want that poppiness, kind of warmth from the single coil, that's an option too. And then they also, if you see the smaller switch in between the volume and tone knob, that is a direct switch or a blower switch, and it will bypass all the electronics. So, you know, say you're in a live scenario and you got the tone rolled off a little bit or the volume down, if you're playing some nice chords and you want to switch to a heavy lead, you can hit that blower switch and it just gives you a full send of that signal, bypassing both volume and tone. So
gives you lots of options.
Yeah, a lot of work with there.
I love the trim system on this too.
Yeah. So we love our Goto hardware on all of our production models, and this is the Goto 510 trim. So
I prefer a 2-point on a vintage style guitar anyway.
It just fits. Great. It fits.
And
And that's kind of what we're going for, is that modern aesthetic, or vintage and modern kind of meets in the middle type deal. So the 3 colors that we added, we did our shell pink here, which you saw. We did our copper, which you guys just reviewed.
Yeah.
And then we also have a black option as well with that tortoiseshell pickguard, which is super cool. And here it is, just like that. Yeah, for more of that darker aesthetic, this is super sick looking. We also have vintage white and a sunburst too. So between those 5 colors, lots of options. But man, they look good as a group.
Is this pretty popular within your lineup right now?
Yes, and it's certainly meeting like a new demographic of players too. Some that want that low offset style guitars. It's definitely finding them well.
Yeah, I really dig the design here too with the curve. And strap on. Cool.
That's good.
So on top of that, we have also just released a 5-string bass called the ZVA5, which is right over here. And this one is kind of the successor of the ZVA4P. So we have 2 different options of this one. This is the Sunburst gloss finish with J-style pickups there, all wound in house. Hard maple neck, and it also has a rosewood fingerboard, 21 frets. Goto hardware too, and one really cool thing about this is you can switch between active and passive. So it has a preamp in it. We have a volume knob, blend knob that ties to kind of blending pickups whichever way you want to lean, and then we have an active EQ, so treble, mids, and bass that you can kind of sculpt to your liking there. Goto bridge as well, and then the other one that we have is an ocean turquoise finish, and that one features both a maple neck and fingerboard too. So some different options for different types of players. I know certain people prefer kind of the warmth and steadiness of the rosewood, whereas maple has a tendency to move a little bit quicker, have a sleeker feel. So wanted to cater to both of those audiences and types of players.
Yeah, speaking of maple, I noticed that most of your models out here have the baked maple. Can you speak just the difference between doing a harder maple versus the baked maple?
It really depends. Like in terms of the baked maple, that'll add a lot more steadiness and control, especially if you're a touring musician and you're traveling, between different climates and everything. It really adds a lot of stability, and that has actually proved well for a lot of our touring artists, signature artists, that we'll take those on the road and it's rock steady, the whole time. Whereas a hard maple, still tried and true. They're still removing moisture from those necks, but not to the same extent.
It looks really nice.
No, it looks beautiful.
I prefer baked over it anyways. But,
and it just has a totally different feel too. Like it has an ease of playing that I don't think is met with other types of necks. So yeah, we prefer that on a lot of our different models. And then when you look at the JZ, you add the flame in there, and it just takes it to a whole new level.
That's top notch.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Great.
So moving down the line here, we also have some of our mainstay models like the Oz ROA. This one right here is the DSE Finish. So really cool luminescent paint job here, mahogany body, and that top is finished with the DSE Finish, which has almost like a glow to it in a way. This one has HSS set up in terms of the pickups, but also offers a coil split option for the humbucker, and then a 5-way blade switch, that clear pick guard to protect that wood underneath. And then,
I like the look of the clear. I see you have on some other guitars too.
Yeah, we featured on several. This one, the Oz RV TNC too.
So you still do the wiring in the back then with the clear?
Yes.
Clean it up?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And just kind of helps things keep it nice and clean on top.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This one has a semi-chambered body, so it has a little bit different resonance when you play it, and it just pops. Like this one in particular, you feel every chord that you play, and it just hits a little different,
It's so light, yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, and you can tell with the weight difference too. So kind of like classic look on the back, and then you turn it over, it's like boom,
bam.
in your face.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's our Oz ROA RV DSE. And this is another one that we were super excited to release last year. This is the Oz Supernova, which is the signature guitar of Adam Phillips, who is actually here with us this year. He's working his way around the show right now. Adam is a phenomenal player, and it's just like it's shredder extraordinaire, but wanted something really clean and accessible to not have to jump through any hoops when he's playing. So this one has 24 frets, Vola pickups that also feature a coil split as well, 3-way selector switch, a kill switch too, which lights up when you plug it in.
I saw that, that's right.
And possibly the most notable feature, I probably see it from a distance, is the Evertune bridge. And this is actually the first model that we featured with that Evertune. And again, you can leave it for months at a time and come back to it, and it's still going to be in tune.
Yeah, if this cover was off, you could see all the inner workings. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Evertune systems.
Yeah, there's something else. Goto locking tuners, these ones have that matte black finish too.
It seems to have like a deeper baked maple kind of finish too.
Yeah, and certain ones, just depending on the wood, get a richer roast to it. So yeah, it's cool. That one's definitely got a darker feel. Rosewood fingerboard too, and the custom Adam inlay too.
Yeah, I like how the dots kind of.
Yeah, that was a personal choice of his, and I'm really glad we were able to make it happen. Yeah, so that's our Oz Supernova. And then yet another signature model. This is the Vasti KJM in matte black. This has a chambered body with the F-hole there, so it's kind of got that classical look to it with Vola pickups. This one also features 2 humbuckers and a single coil in the center, 5-way blade switch, and then a tap option for those humbuckers. 22 stainless steel frets, roasted maple neck, and Goto hardware. But the matte finish is something else. That's most times we'll finish our guitars in gloss, but matte was the preference on this one. And
you'll get that natural patina going too.
Yeah, exactly.
And sweat. You're playing this thing live.
Exactly. You put your hours in on it. You know? Yeah. But Casper is just a phenomenal player that has really done a lot for our company, and we're super thankful for him. So he has that one, as well as his matte white finish here too. So side by side, I mean, it's just like, you can't beat it. The gold on black and white just is absolutely gorgeous.
This one has the trim bar in it too.
Yep. Yeah, they both have the Goto 510 trim too.
Yeah, I was mentioning too how clean it is on the back without the cover there.
Certainly, yeah.
People like me like to noodle with it a lot, or changing your string gauge,
Yeah, get in, get out,
Yeah.
No screwdriver necessary.
Cool.
Yeah, so those are the Vasti KJM. We want to go into the modern shredder territory. This is the Keen machine, and this is the signature guitar of Michael Keen of the Faceless. So yeah, we have the Goto 1996 T trim. It's kind of that Floyd setup with a locking nut there. Hard maple neck on this one that's finished in this vibrant Keen green finish. You can see that thing from outer space. It's this nice little outcrop there is really nice if you want to hit those higher frets for the.
They're active pickups too, the Fluence Moderns?
Yeah, so those are the Fishman Fluence Moderns. 3 different unique voices, and this is a push-pull pot on the volume too. So very streamlined look on top, but you could get a lot out of those pickups. And voice 1 kind of gives you this attack, very direct, succinct sound. Voice 2 gives you a little more warmth, and the voice 3 is almost like a single coil type spank to it.
How do you change the voice on it?
So voice 1, voice 2 in position 2. This one is voice 1 ties the 2 pickups together, and then just this one in voice 2, voice 1, and then you pull the volume knob that gives you voice 3. So
wow, very cool.
Yeah, a lot going on.
24 frets on it.
Yeah.
This glows as well, or?
What's that? It does. Yeah, that's a luminlay inlay too. So I've walked into dark rooms with it before, and it's shining there in all of its glory. It's super cool.
Yeah, those are so great for live performers.
Oh my God!
You always start when it's pitch black, and you can see your fretboard.
And
I don't think you can catch it on camera, but this is like racing green. It's very bright.
It is.
Very nice.
Bold.
Yeah.
It fits the style too. Michael is just a phenomenal player, and definitely had an influence on a lot of like the tech death artists of the modern age. So
yeah, Faceless, right?
And we wanted to build him something that followed suit. So this is the one. Yeah, so that is a lot of the offerings that we have here. Again, kind of a nice mix of production models and signature models, and some of our mainstays too. Again, all made in Japan, handcrafted with love. and now we're going direct, which offers a lot more affordable pricing, and you know, definitely opens up a different demographic of players. And
So VolaGuitars.com, is that the website?
that's correct.
Cool. All right.
Absolutely.
Guys, check it out. And then also I'm going to put a link to the review we just did of the JZ FRO. Greg, thanks so much for having us.
Really appreciate you all. Yeah, I hope you all have a great show. Thank you.